Blessed day, everybody. Welcome to What the Boot. Hey, last week we didn't have a video because we had the Marine Corps 249th birthday, and I had a birthday Marine Corps ball to get to. And so I decided that it was preferable to just take another week and just recover a little bit from the Marine Corps ball. And so this week we're having this upload with this video, and today we're going to be going over typical boot camp evening routine, something that you can expect. Now, mind you, this will uh, differ depending on what battalion you're in, what drill instructors you have, what platoon you have. So this is varied, but generally this is going to maintain a consistent gist of what you can expect in boot camp. As well as tonight, we're also going to be going over what you can expect during Sunday. All right, that's commonly asked what happens during Sunday versus the rest of the week. All right. Now, I'm doing this based off a certain point in time during the day, during the scheduled day. It's going to aim more towards the evening. So generally, you end up winding down after evening chow. So after you had your chow, you go back to the barracks. Now, depending on who your drill instructor is, can really dictate and set how things go. It can be the senior drill instructor, and it's kind of more chill, or you can have the drill hat, or you can have the kill hats or hat. So depending on who you have will kind of decide what kind of evening you will have. But most of the time, they're often going to take that opportunity after the chow to go over remedial things that need to be done, such as drills, knowledge, your movements, rifle movements, and any other knowledge that they were expecting you to know, or things that need to be improved on. Now, how they go about remedialing this, kind of, as you already know, I've already said, it depends on who's doing it. Will dictate how that goes, if it even goes. Now, that being said, it can be followed by after that. So that span of time can differ. It can be you going to the sand pit and getting the crap PT out of you, or you're going to get a motivational talk, or hey, this is how we need to fix on this drill, this part particularly, move everything out of the way, and move and do these last minute drill practices so as to become that much better than the other platoon, because it is constantly a competition. And anything you can eke out of it, the more competitive you guys get, the better your experience will probably going to be, because you do want to walk away saying that we took drill. So, but with that, after that, it's going to be followed as what's called, excuse my language, but shit, shower, shave. All right. Yes, at boot camp, you will shave at the very minimum 2 times a day. For guys, that's how that's going to go for you. If you're the type that gets that 5 o'clock shadow, well, guess what? You better take any opportunity that's given to you to shave again. So, that being done, you're going to get your showers in, shave in, take care of your hygiene and whatnot. After that, it's going to be followed by evening cleanup. Now, we all have or have heard about evening cleanup. So that's going to be two particular ones. Is probably heard of it, is the scuzz brush or scrub brush cleaning in at boot camp. That usually look like this. And in that time, that's actually how you want to sweep the barracks, on your feet, doing a duck walk with one arm generally behind your back, and you're going to sweep from your section from the wall all the way to the end and bring it all the way to the middle. And that's going to be how you sweep the barracks. Is it meant to be efficient? No, but you'll be doing it anyways. Now, the other one is when you're going to have to mop the barracks. Mopping the barracks looks like this. Not fun at all. There's often you having to do races, and I mean you are racing your butt up in the sky, kind of like doing a bear walk, and you just pushing it all the way down the squad bay. And let me tell you, it pays to win. So that's actually how you're going to mop the floor, and that's how you're going to dry the floor. And then obviously on the side, you got cleaning the racks, making racks, cleaning the walls, cleaning the windows, cleaning the head, cleaning everything down. So that's going to be evening field day, evening field day. So everyone's going to be doing it. Everyone does this, all right? Just varying degrees of how much it suffers, how much it sucks. It's just accept it for what it is. But it is It's all meant to build you up in a different way, break you down and build you back up. All right. Now, in regards to that, after that, you're going to basically have this is where you actually get the wind down, or rather, after you do this, often you'll end up with mail call, depending. And this is where they're going to generally hand out mail. So y'all get into Indian style and formation in front of the middle of the squad bay, all lined up. You're gonna have left hand, left knee, right hand, right knee, back straight, eyes front, and this is where the drill instructor is gonna have two of those. You know what? I'm gonna get some crap for this, but the box, big box, they put it right down in front of every single rack. I'm going to remember as soon as I'm done with this video and upload it. That's actually where I'm going to remember it. They're going to put it up there so there's a table there. And then the drill sergeant will come out. You can go listen out letters. And usually it's going to be a fling out, handout to one Marine, depending on who's in charge. And that's how the mail will get distributed. Make funny little jokes, comments, so on and so forth. Now, if you get packages, this is where it helps sometimes. If you got friends or family who have a sense of humor, or fellow Marines in your family, the longer it takes for them to realize that they can mail you something preferable, because often you hear, be careful what you have people mail you, because if you mail cookies, candy, drink mix, anything like that, it's not going to fly. I remember actually sneaking past some drink mix into mine, and paid for it pretty dearly. That being said, though, you've also seen something, or they'll have a letter in the package that's addressed towards the drill instructor, making some kind of comment to the drill instructor about you. And then next, the drill instructor has you pegged for quite a while and has you singled out. So there's varying degrees of reactions, but it's always that. And then that's where you're usually going to wind down from there for about 30 minutes to an hour in that evening. And that is, you can write your letters, you can go to the bathroom and relax and use the bathroom versus being constantly rushed. Take care of whatever little things, study preferably, take care of what else you need to take care of. All right. Now, following that, you end up with the evening setup in which they get you all lined up, and then they do evening counts, and that's going to be the final counts for the night. Also, during that time, you're also going to make the list. Is going to be fire watch. So make up the fire watch list with the scribe. He's going to be responsible for that. It gets made up throughout the night, and then they do the final counts. Once you got the final counts, go through the bit, line up, get told, get in your racks, get lined up in the final counts, get in your racks. Lights go out. You shut your mouth after that. You're not supposed to do anything. Often, if you suck at pull-ups, the racks are perfectly situated for you to literally do bent over rows, or reverse rows, I should say, in your rack. And you can get those exercises. Well, if you're bottom rack. If you're bottom rack, you get to do it. If you're top rack, you're out of luck. But you can actually work on your pull-ups while in the rack. And then, so then that's evening, going into evening. All right. Some drill instructors like to play games or patrol at night, see whether or not you guys are actually doing what you're supposed to be doing, sleeping like you're supposed to. Do keep in mind, though, that they are to give you the amount of time they have to give you to sleep doesn't mean it has to be consistent. All right, they're giving you 4 hours sleep, 8 hours sleep. That doesn't mean you get 4 hours continuous. You can have 1 hour sleeping, 1 hour awake, 1 hour sleeping, 1 hour awake. So it can be broken up. If you really want to play games, they can play some games with you. All right. So always remember that you don't, just because you're going to go to bed doesn't mean you're safe. All right. Now, another part that we're going to go over is Sunday. Sunday's a little bit different, a little bit more chill of a day, typically chill. For boot camp, it's chill. The main things that you're going to be going over is obviously going to be having chow throughout the day, morning, afternoon, and evening chow. And generally after morning chow, get the Marines, they get lined up. Those who are more religious, whatever service is, will get collected up and taken over to the church. Now, often in that, a lot of Marines use it because we'll go there, even if they're not religious, because that's actually the best place to go because the drill instructors can't do anything to you at all. They can't yell at you. They can't scream at you. They can't give you dirty looks. They have to be chill. Keep their tongue to themselves until they get their hands back on you again. But if you're not really religious, and at the time I wasn't very religious, you can stay behind. And this is an opportunity that you are given to study your knowledge, go over things, clean your weapon the best you can if you're allowed to take it off the rack, prep your uniform, go over letters, so on and so forth, depending on who your drill instructor is. And some drill instructors will do drill when everyone else was in there with you. It depends on what it is. More often than not, you're probably going to get core value and guided discussions while everybody's gone, and then when everybody gets back, you're going to do it again. It's referred to as CVGD, core values and guided discussion. And then when everybody's back from church, you're going to be doing close order drill or COD. All right, it's constantly going to be there. So that is generally going to be happening on your Sundays, as well as more often than not. Sundays is also where the bulk of appointments will be taken because that much is being done. Careful what you have to go to an appointment for. Could easily get you dropped, and then thus you're still at boot camp for a little bit longer. But this is what makes up a typical evening as well as a Sunday for you. Now, this is meant to be a general thing, so it's not all-encompassing. It's not into super detail or anything like that. All right, it is meant to be a general concept of what you can expect. I'm basing it off of a lot from my own experiences, and then also talking to my fellow Marines about that to try to jog some of my memories. And basically, it's pretty consistent. If that's not your experience, well, that's just not your experience. Don't forget, there's 3 battalions, and each battalion is going to have a number of platoons, and each one is going to be unique depending on who their drill instructor is and the culture of that battalion and that company. Like for me, I was Fox Company. We tend to be a little bit full of ourselves. First battalion we didn't really care for, and third battalion we hated for some reason. So it does depend. So don't go thinking about that. Hopefully this video was of use to you or help you to understand what you can kind of expect at boot camp or what you can expect your loved ones to be doing. Future videos, we're also going to be going over things that are going to be meant for Marine spouses while you're in the fleet. I have a buddy Marine helping me with that to try and get that knowledge out that's going to be relevant up into 2025. So that's something that's in the works, and I have to do some reading on that as well, so as to be a little bit more, speak intelligently on it, so that when I'm offering those resources and going over those resources, you know where to go. And in particular, this has to do with the spouses. So when you go deployed, Marines have a habit of doing that. I'll leave them behind. So, and with nothing. But the Marine Corps is absolutely packed loaded with programs and services that are meant to help support the spouses, be it men or women, doesn't really matter. But they're there to help them, all right? To include your education, your college education, and so on and so forth, all right? So that's the community service message at the end of this video. If this video was helpful for you, or you find it entertaining or informative, leave a like, make a comment, and if you have any questions, put it down in the comments, and I will try to work on that for you. All right? You have a blessed day.